Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. My name is Rian. I'm from semester 7A in English Education Department of STKIP Muhammadiyah Bogor. So in this video, I make two video is indeed for pragmatic course tasks. On the occasion, I will explain about Grecian maxim and the relation of humor. Okay, next. So in this discussion, there are three questions. The first is this concept of Grecian maxim or cooperative principle. Number two is the concept of humor, joke or joke. Number three is why people look at certain event of section of comedy movies or stand-up comedy. Okay. Okay. Paul Grace, universally known as Paul, was born on March 13, 1913 in Birmingham, England, and died on August 28, 1988 in Berkeley, CA. Grace received in classical honor moderation 1933 and literate honoris 1935 from Corpus Christi College, Oxford. Principal purpose by the philosopher Paul Grace were be those involved in communication assume that both parties will normally seek to cooperate with each the other to establish a great meaning. It is composed of four maxims. There are quality, quantity, relation, and manner. So next, okay. The first maxim. The first is the maxim of quality. It's a try make your contribution what that is true. Do not say what you believe to be false, and do not say that for which you lack educate advantage. Say what you believe true, right? I'm sorry, the maxim quantity is where one tries to be as informative as possibly can and gives as much information as indeed and no more. Okay? The maxim of quantity, the maxim is quantity is make your contribution as information as required for the current purpose of the exchange. And then do not make your contribution more informative than required. So the explain the maximum quantity is where one tries to as informative one possibly can and give as much information and did it and no more. And I'm sorry, the maximum of quality is the first quality is where it strikes the trouble and does not give information that is false or that is not supported by advantage. Okay? And the maxim of relation is where one tries to be relevant and say things that are pertinent the discussion. And the last, the maxim of the manner. The maxim of manner is when one tries to be as clear, brief, and orderly as one can what one say, and where one avoid obscurity and ambiguity. So there are a be perplexity, avoid absurdity at present, avoid ambiguity, be brief or avoid unnecessary prolity, and be orderly. Okay. So next, the concept of humor or joke. The concept it is something that attracts people interest with a funny word and or body language to arouse laughter. Humor mostly occurred in daily conversation. Fan 2012. And then, according to Sarwono, is funny impression required certain requirement that is there a sense humor or a choice of humor in individual who see the occurrence of humor. If the individual is not sensitive enough, then any kind of indicate will not make a funny impression. Everyone has a different sense of humor and is employed by several things, such as knowledge, background, social culture, so it doesn't depend on external stimuli. His sense of humor is also an internal factor to create or appreciate a humor without external stimulation. Okay, next is why people love certain section of comedy, movies, or stand-up comedy. So, I my answer is there a relation between principle, maxim, and humor? Yeah, clearly there is. Because in the content of humor, maxim is the one thing that determines of occurrence of joke. So, before I will to explain about this for cooperative principle create humor, and this is related for why people love certain even section of comedy movies or stand-up comedy. Why? Because there are explain a floating maxim of quantity happen when a speaker give information more or less that is needed. This is a Muhammadiyah and Lisetio. Plotting maxim is creating humor. And plotting maxim is quality heaven when the speaker says something that is false and lack advantage. And uh, plotting maxim of relevance happen when a speaker says something or give response which is irrelevant to the topic being discussion. And then the last is plotting maxim of manner happen when the speaker not being brief or not to the point, using vague language and being ambiguous, and the plot create implicatories which make the hearer sick for additional meaning being implied through and the utterance. So maybe it's my answer for why I'm sorry why people love a certain even a section or comedy movies and stand-up comedy. So maybe enough for my explanation and my answer for midterm uh, pragmatic. I'm sorry if there are mistake. Thank you so much for attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.